Hello and welcome back to the stream. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, still morning. I said I'd be live late morning, and lo and behold, here we are. Today, the winner box event is still available. Yesterday, we went, we made it all the way to 5 wins, so we're gonna have another run at that. But I think it's worth us doing a cheeky little prem draft as a warm-up. Hold on, I'm just going to tilt the camera up a tiny bit. Yeah, a cheeky little Premier draft, Duskmourn as a warm-up. I really like that Duskmourn is the available draft again. Honestly, I was kind of starting to feel a little bit over Ether Drift. Duskmourn was a very fun draft format, so I'm definitely going to play that while it is available. I don't know how long it's going to be on Arena, but it was a hell of a fun format. So we're going to do a warm-up prem draft in Duskmourn, and then we're going to jump into a win a box event. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great fun. So let's jump into one. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. Sorry. I said I'd be right back, and we are right back. So, oh, hold on one moment. I am playing my stream back somewhere accidentally. Yeah, I think I am. Hold on. Test? That's fine. No, it's not fine. My stream is playing somewhere. Found it. Found it. My bad, my bad. Let's just sort that out. Okay, we're good to go. So, we could play... we do have the option of playing Ether Drift. Oops, did not mean to click that. Don't want to play Metagame Challenge. But it's Ether Drift Alchemy. There is still regular Prem Draft Ether Drift. But we're going to do Prem Draft Duskmourn. And warm up for the winner box. See if we can jump in. See if we can win a booster box of play boosters. We did a bit of warm up yesterday. So I feel like I'm pretty much warmed up on Duskmourn. So we drafted 2 red-white decks yesterday. Let's maybe not do that again. I mean, I'll drop the seat that I'm assigned, but and the decks did do very well. I think we went 5-3 in the Prem draft and then 5-2 in the winner box event. So not going to turn my nose up at that, but give us something interesting to do here. Hello, Sam. How you doing on this fine Saturday morning? Struggling to get into a draft here. Not many people playing Duskmourn draft, and I guess there is like 3 ranked draft formats on Arena right now, so maybe queuing up is going to take a little longer than usual. So on the whole, oh, woke up at 7 AM to watch the Capcom Cup. Is that a Street Fighter tournament? On the whole, I think Duskmourn was, I feel like, fairly bomby format. So I don't know. It was a very good format. It was a ton of fun. So what's our pick one, pack one? We've got Funeral Room, which is actually really good, right? Yeah, Awakening Hall is busted. And then we've got Dazzling Theater, which is not as good. Interesting, but not as good. There's a Patched Plaything, a Faithful, a Murder, Unable to Scream, and a Wickerfolk Thresher. Those are all cards that I would first pick, but definitely going to take the Funeral Room here. $1 million prize, Capcom Street Fighter tournament. That sounds pretty sick. So we're trying to build a Reanimator. This is best in black-white if we have some other Reanimate stuff as well. But definitely taking the Funeral Room here. And then if we get back... I don't know. If we get back the Faithful, it's not likely. Maybe Unsettling Twins, tables. Murder's not going to table. Not much coming back on the table. But we'll take the Funeral Room. We'll start there. Cynical Loner works really well with Funeral Room. And there's not really anything else that interesting in this pack. Highest win rate card in the pack is Razorkin Horde Caller. But this doesn't go very well with our Funeral Room, which we do want to play. So I guess I could just take the Cynical Loner here. 2 mana, 2/3, and then Survival, put a card into your graveyard. I don't think it's that good a card. I think you have to jump through some hoops, but there's nothing else interesting in the pack. Sporogenic Infection, I actually don't mind this card. And I would actually consider taking Sporogenic Infection over Cynical Loner. I would consider it, but let's take the Cynical Loner and see if we can lean all the way in to the on the Reanimate side of things. So there's a Midnight Mayhem in this pack. That's very good. Say Its Name is great. Meat Locker is fantastic, but Live or Die is excellent. So we have a way to get stuff into our graveyard. We have a couple of ways to pull stuff out of our graveyard already. We will definitely be on the lookout for some more. And now we get Rite of the Moth. So this is a pretty excellent Reanimator start here. There's also, well, nothing else in this pack that is all that interesting. Pretty weak pack overall. So we'll take the Rite of the Moth, and now another Live or Die is crazy. So our Reanimation package is looking really good. What we need to find is just stuff that we want to reanimate. But this is a very good start. This is really a great start. So we could take Fanatic of the Harrowing as a way to discard the stuff that we want to reanimate. The only other... I mean, there's an Unable to Scream in the pack, which is very good. Very, very good. I wonder if we're supposed to... Like, as far as card quality goes, Unable to Scream is absolutely the best card in the pack. We could also take the Megalodon, because we can just reanimate it, cycle it and reanimate it. There is some synergy with the Fanatic of the Harrowing. But you can get those pretty late. Just wonder if I'm going to want to be in blue. I do think Unable to Scream might have been the right pick, but I'll take the black card there. Goat is great. Another discard outlet. So, okay. We have reanimation pieces. We have ways to discard stuff and get it into the graveyard. We have 3 cards that put stuff in the graveyard. We have 4 cards that reanimate spells, reanimate creatures. We now just need to find big stuff that we want to reanimate. That's the most important thing. And then we need to make sure that we stay alive long enough to reanimate them. So like a Shroud Stomper, of course, is the gold standard. Vile Mutilator. Stuff like that. Nothing in this pack is that interesting. I don't think Fear of the Dark is that good. Best card in the pack? I mean, blue seems open. So I'm actually going to take the Stalked Researcher, speculate on us possibly playing blue. Which is not fantastic, but it's a Stalked Researcher is a solid card. And blue does seem open. So I'm not against switching into a little bit more of a blue deck. None of these cards. So this is what we got back on the wheel, and we did think there was nothing interesting on the wheel. I guess I'll take the found footage. A solid start. Black certainly feels like it's open. Our second color, probably white, but not. That's not guaranteed. I think I might just take the Campground here. Speculate on splashing white. Could be red. Yeah, I'm going to take the land because blue does seem open. So this might help us play blue, black, splash white, or white, black, splash blue. We also might not play it at all. But we shall see. Red-black goes well with your mythic rare. I guess, yeah, sacking stuff, reanimating everything. Yeah, okay. I mean, we're playing black, and then we're kind of open to everything else. None of these cards are particularly good. I'll take the Fear of Failed Tests. But yeah, blue is definitely seeming open. I don't think Vicious Clown is exactly the red card that I'm looking for. I also don't think that Cultist is going to make the deck. Attack in the Box also not really making the deck. Maybe. But I'm hoping to cut these two cards. I'd say we are probably on track. Like, we're a third of the way through our deck, through our draft, and we have got about a third of the cards that we need. So there's an Unwilling Vessel, Orphans of the Wheat, and there is a Victor, Balgavoth's Seneschal. So Eerie, Surveil 2, and then opponents discard a card, and then you reanimate a creature. I guess we'll take Victor. It's on color. I think it's maybe a little bit better. I don't think it's very good, but it's a little bit better than the other stuff in this pack. Drag to the Roots is great, but I don't think we are doing that. See, now there's a Fear of Infinity, and there is a Neglected Mana, and there is a Possessed Goat. Those are all good things to take for this deck too. We're just not really... we're not really... I wonder if I'm supposed to just take the Possessed Goat and try and find any big stuff to reanimate, because we have quite a few discard outlets and graveyard synergy stuff. Fear of Infinity is fantastic, and blue does feel open. I'm going to take the Goat, though. I'm going to take the Goat. Second Fear of Infinity, that would have been so sick. That would have been so sick. So Spectral Snatcher is just fine to reanimate. Prop Room, I don't think is really it. We could take the Fear of Infinity. We could also take Shard Mage's Rescue. Shard Mage's Rescue is okay. I really don't like Winter's Intervention. I really just don't feel like it's very impactful in this format. It's been a... I remember it being a little... like being a lot lower on it by the end of the format than we were at the start. Kind of want to just take the Spectral Snatcher, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to take the Spectral Snatcher, start trying to find stuff to reanimate. I mean, Derelict Attic isn't a very good pick. Yeah, things are drying up a bit here. We could also take the Sewer. This is another... I don't know. I don't know what's open. It could even be that the Bear Trap is the pick here. I'll take the Derelict Attic. Just a little bit of card advantage. Oh, Soul Warden. Another Goat. There's a Megalodon, which we can reanimate. Oh, yeah. This is a little bit weak. 1 mana, 1/1 gains us a bunch of life. Maybe that's okay. Still think the Goat is just better. Yeah, I think the Goat is just better. Okay. Yeah, what we need is interaction and stuff to reanimate. That's the biggest priority. Stuff to reanimate is the biggest priority. And we have enough discard outlets that we can take things of any color. Oh, there's a Skin Ripper. That is sick. Could we play red? I think I'm too deep into white, to be honest. There's also a Final Vengeance, which is acceptable removal. Perfectly good piece of removal. or speculative Skin Ripper. Skin Ripper is really strong, but I do think we're playing white. Yeah, we're just not finding the stuff to reanimate. I'm getting a little bit nervous about it. Don't think I'm taking Fear of Immobility. I think I will take Appendage Amalgam as another way to fuel the graveyard somewhat. Hardened Escort, Diversion Specialist, Baseball Bat, another Amalgam. Could just take the Bear Trap. We'll take another Amalgam. Amalgam kind of works. Yeah, Amalgam is good with Victor, that's true. And it does often function as a removal spell. Nothing good here. So we could take the Winter's Intervention. I'd lean towards the Neglected Mana. We have a lot of double black pips. And I've not been very impressed with this card. So I'm going to take the Neglected Mana. And you know what? I guess we're taking Bedhead Beastie as a bad thing to reanimate. If we need to. So, like, we're going into pack 3. We have playables, but we really need some big stuff to reanimate. I guess Megalodon works and is also, like, fixing. Because we're always cycling these, they are always fixing. Well, there's an Altenac. But we can't cycle that very easily. Enduring Courage, not really. It could be Commune with Evil. But I kind of think I want to... Yeah, we'll take the Altenac, because we have the Possessed Goats and the Loner. And the Fanatic, so we'll find a way to discard it. Oh shit, there's an Unholy Annex. That's really sweet. That's just a great card. So we'll take that. Oh, there's a Meathook Massacre 2 versus Valgavos Faithful. Not sure if this is good. Maybe I'm supposed to just take the Faithful. Yeah, we do have enough discard for Altenac. I think I'm supposed to just take the Valgavos Faithful here. 6 mana, sack a creature. Whenever a creature we control dies, we pay 3 life. We return it to the battlefield. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they pay 3 life. If they don't, I return it to the battlefield. I think it's too clunky. I'd rather just take the Faithful here. So we could take Megalodon to reanimate. But there's also Emerge from the Cocoon as another reanimation spell. I think I'm going to take that. We have like a handful of big things to reanimate. Nothing that exciting. Another Live or Die. I know it's expensive, but I think I'd rather have Live or Die over Murder, right? Yeah, I think Live or Die is too good. We could do with a bit more interaction, and we could do with, like, some better stuff. Some better stuff to reanimate. Do I take the Say Its Name here? I don't think I do. I think I'm just taking the Spectral Snatcher. So our reanimation targets aren't amazing. But they are good enough. Another Spectral Snatcher is fine. This is okay. This is an okay deck. Could do with a tiny bit more removal. Am I supposed to take the Jump Scare? No. I'll take the Glimmerlight. I don't think Balemurk Leech is... I don't think that's ever really better than Glimmerlight. With the 3 snatchers, probably cut the beastie. We could take Fear of Immobility. I'm going to take the Fanatic. Could take Beastie or Spirits. I think I'd rather have the big Flyer that also cycles for a color that we actually want, because we do need to, like, it's a pretty heavy deck. We do want to just hit our land drops. Doing okay on creatures. The interaction's looking a bit bad. I'm going to cut those 2 crappy creatures. Give into violence is fine. Pretty good on like these big beefy creatures for a lifelink swing. So I certainly don't mind that. Oh, hell. I'm just going to take the Chandelier as another reanimation target. We really didn't get there with the stuff that we actually want to reanimate. But it is... we do still have a lot of the right pieces for this deck. So we have Bear Trap, Final Vengeance, and 3 Live or Die. It's actually not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. We have Funeral Room on 3, Unholy Annex on 3. Derelict Attic probably can be cut because we have the Annex. Chandelier is easily the worst card here, so I'm just going to trim that. We have 5 reanimation targets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways to get stuff into the graveyard. Don't think this is a hardened escort deck. 15 creatures. 3 cuts. Because we have 1 Shepherding Spirits and 3 Spectral Snatchers, I think we can definitely go down a Plains. I don't think we need the forests. $14 lands right now. Four or 5 of your targets cycle themselves, so cut some discard outlets. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And it's probably the Fanatic of the Harrowing that can be cut. Could we even play less land? Can we go down to 15 land? I think very possibly. I like the goats. I think the goat on turn 4 as a, like, or a turn 3 as a 4/4 is better than the 2/2 on turn 4. Yeah, goat synergizes with the Unholy Annex too. Am I cutting another Fanatic of the Harrowing? I could see going down to 15 lands. These are basically lands, as far as I'm concerned. We need to get 2 lands, and then all of these are basically lands. I think I might be going down on another swamp. So then we have 7 black sources, 8 white sources, and we have all these land cyclers. Don't love playing Bear Trap, but it's fine. Okay, this is not fantastic, but it is okay. It is okay. We reanimate our big stuff. We keep recurring it. Victor, I guess we have Funeral Room, Annex, and 2 Appendage Amalgams, which is makes Victor just like, it's fine, it's playable. It's probably only surveilling us. Yeah, it's probably only surveilling for us, but that is fine. And we've got 2 bombs. We've got Ritual Chamber and Awakening Hall, both of which are pretty insane bombs. Okay. Yeah, let's run it. This is good because the deck really caps out at 5 mana, except for Awakening Hall, which is 8, but that's fine. We will get there. Just something to do if we flood out. Okay. I would say our reanimation targets are on the weaker end. And for such a grindy deck as this, I would have liked a little bit more removal. Okay, I'm going to mulligan this. This is fine. Chuck the Fanatic of the Harrowing away. So we're cycling on turn 2. If we draw a swamp, I will play the Cynical Loner though. Okay, blue-white Eerie. That split up has just been milled. There is a Funeral Room. So just hitting these land drops is going to be nice. Let's hit our land drop. Lovely. So Cynical Loner never really attacks well into this. I'm going to hold the Funeral Room for now. Do I want to hit my land drop for next turn? I'm just going to pass and flash in an Appendage Amalgam. Hit our land drop that way. We can always cycle if we need to next turn. So opponent has assembled Espetron. Orphans of the Wheat. Yeah, that's okay right now. We can attack. There's an Altanak. Kind of annoying. We don't have a way to discard it. We also did not hit our land. So we got to do that. Faithful. We do have stuff to reanimate. I'd rather just find my second black source though, right? Happy with that trade. We'll play our loner. I think best card we can draw next turn is actually the Goat. Enduring Curiosity is very difficult to deal with. Insane Bomb. And it's Rite of the Moth. It's so annoying that Altanak is in our hand. Okay. How do I deal with an Enduring Curiosity? I guess I do have the Exile spell in my library, but this is not really working out. Am I supposed to just hold back the blocker for it? Not when I have the Appendage Amalgam in hand, so I'm going to do this. Trade these off, okay. even though we're playing 15 lands, we are still getting land screwed because we've land cycled twice, which means we haven't drawn a single land other than the 2 we started out in our hand. The 2 that started in our hand. So that's pretty unlucky. Oh man, that's so clunky. Yeah, this is possibly loss. But I suppose Spectral Snatcher can come down and maybe try and stabilize. For 5 mana. Opponent's going to draw 2 cards here. Yeah, this is not amazing. I'm going to make a 3/3 and a cheerleader, and that will just be lethal no matter what I do. Yeah, this is just lethal no matter what, isn't it? Block the 4/3, still take 7. Nothing gains me any life, does it? No. Okay. Pretty poor game 1. But we got mana screwed, and that we did also mulligan, right? So, okay, fine. Fine. I'll put that down to us getting best of 1. But like mulligan, and again, I think we started with 2 lands in hand. We cycled 3 land cyclers. Who said to cut discard outlets? What an idiot. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, we've got 3 goats in the deck. We do have 3 goats in the deck. Didn't see any of them. They would have been good in that game. They would have blocked well. Come on, man. This is another mulligan. Okay, fine. This is a keep. I think Give In to Violence might actually be better than Funeral Room. Because if we take a bunch of damage, we can gain some life back. I'm going to put back the Funeral Room. I think we're going to shuffle our deck anyway, so I think it's fine. Cycle, cycle, reanimate, reanimate. That's what we need to do. There's a goat. We can play the goat. No point. Funeral, the Awakening Chamber does not suck in this deck, because we can be really aggressive with our creatures. And then like get them all back. It's especially good if you can surprise your opponent with it. Okay, there's a Faithful. I think I'm actually supposed to play the Faithful there, because then we have Reanimate available next turn, but damn. So I have to block this thing now? Fine. We don't need the discard outlet right this minute. Balls. Yeah. If one of these liberal dies was a murder, I'd be feeling a lot better right now. Okay. This is busted. This thing gets double strike. I cannot really block it. Don't mind the life loss. Okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, we can totally trade this off. Holding the liberal dies as removal spells, because they can make a 6/6 flyer. We have so many ways to reanimate it. I should just do this. Our life total is actually kind of nice and high. Final Vengeance. No attacks. Am I bringing back a Snatcher again? Or am I doing so with Live or Die? Doing so with Live or Die, because if this thing attacks in, we can actually block it with a Snatcher. And also, if we just do it now, they can draw a card, and then they'd be able to, I think, kill the Snatcher. They'd have to discard down to 4, so maybe not. Okay, Slimy Aquarium. The 1/1 gains double strike. They're in blue-red. They do have black. There's nothing that this can flip up into that is scary, right? If I draw land, then I will sack the Faithful and hold up Give In to Violence. And I would like to hold this Live or Die for, yeah, for this 7/7. And there's the Funeral Room. It's not a land, though. So I Live or Die this thing. Am I supposed to be attacking? I mean, I do have a big life linker. Am I supposed to wait a turn? Yeah. I'm supposed to wait a turn, let them give this double strike. Okay, Shattered Yard. Cool, that's fine. Block here. Destroy the 7/7. They're at 16 cards. And it's a possessed goat. Not excellent. Okay, Impossible Inferno. They discard a card. Goat against the world. Yeah, we need to go up land. That doesn't really do much, does it? $11 cards left. I will take 2. Cynical Loner is a pretty horrible draw. So I think I'm leveling up the goat and playing Give Into Violence this turn. Oh, and they have Delirium too. This deals a bunch of damage to me. And then they can open a Glassworks if they need to, and yeah, okay. Okay. Balls. Well, that was pretty horrendous. Yeah, the deck needs a rebalance. I mean, I didn't think it was great anyway, but I am going to go up on a swamp and cart. Maybe a Snatcher. Then we have 4 reanimation targets. That's enough. Okay. Let's try it again. Don't feel too bad about this though. I think we made good picks in the draft. Maybe not the best picks, but good picks. And then we got pretty unlucky with the stuff that we were not able to reanimate. But we should, even with 16 lands, we should be able to somewhat curve out and then continue to hit our land drops with all those cyclers. We shouldn't be, like, we got mana screwed 2 games in a row. Shouldn't really be happening. All right, this is good. Need to find something to reanimate here. Let's play the goat. Go get him, goat. Plenty of discard outlets, but nothing to reanimate. That has flash. You know, I didn't realize this had flash. It's such a weird spell to have flash. Victor's not doing anything here, so I am just going to kill their 2-2 here. It was a veteran survivor. Glad I killed that. Ish. It's not that good, really, but whatever. It's a surprise creature. Unwilling vessel. And now they can't really attack the... or they can't block the goat. But then I also probably just want to block them. If they just equip next turn, I'm fine with that. So this is just no attacks. Fix my draw. They discarded a split skin doll. Glimmer Seeker, so I've got to be able to block that thing. Okay. There is a Snatcher. Discard that to the goat for the block. They're just going to give it flying, though. This thing having flying is actually, like, quite a problem. I'm going to discard the planes. Find a swamp with the Spectral Snatcher. Hit them for 4. They are going to equip to the Glimmer Seeker and start attacking. I need to find a removal spell for that. We don't have that many. But they are on 2 cards, so maybe we can run him out of gas. If I can find a live or die. Another Spectral Snatcher. Works for next turn. Let's see if we can race him. Okay, I'm pretty happy with them using Shard Mage's Rescue for this. Sporogenic Infection. That is a very good way to deal with the Spectral Snatcher. Yep. Can knock them down to 6. I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, I attack, they probably just chump, and then they attack back. I block here, I take 1, 2, 3. But they're just making a 1/1 every turn. Yeah, I think I have to attack. Oh, no. No, because this trades with a 1/1. Awakening Hall is pretty awful here. Maybe it's not good. Oh, I'm just gonna, like, this is gonna be the fastest 0-3 ever. Okay, we can cast Awakening Hall and get back just Fanatic of the Harrowing. How good is that, guys? Fuck it. Fuck it. Yes. Best case scenario here. Still just dead. Hey. And we get a free go. Alright, quick 0-3. I'm feeling good. Now we can jump into our winner box event. 1 with nothing. Excellent. Thanks for the achievement, Arena. Fuck you. Yeah, that was pretty miserable. But the deck did feel pretty bad. I think it started off good. It didn't come together in the end. Maybe with the reanimate stuff. No, do you know what? There's loads of good reanimate targets. I think we were pretty unlucky in not finding them. Because I think that is how you build the reanimate deck, is take the reanimate stuff and you will find stuff you want to reanimate. Whatever. Let's jump into our winner box event. Let's have some fun with this. Hopefully our draft goes a bit better than our last one did. But yes, Awakening Hall, possibly just too expensive. Oh wow, okay. Well, this is an excellent first pick. Unholy Annex, which we didn't get to cast in our last draft. But excellent first pick. Demons are better. Grindy is better. So probably black-white, to be honest, is probably where this is at its best. But let's see. There's an Osseous Stick Twister, Spine Seeker Centipede, Break Down the Door. I mean, I'd play this in blue-black as well. Actually, blue-black's probably the deck that I think is best with the Unholy Annex. And if we get back any of these spells, I'm happy. Tail of Tamiyo isn't very good. But yeah, if we get back any of these 3, I guess that's okay. If we get back Spine Seeker, that's incredible. Central Elevator. 4 mana, find our Unholy Annex. 3 mana, Room Wincon. There's nothing else that is that good. House Cartographer is pretty excellent. Green-black is what Grindy Delirium. Let's play a game I don't think I would take here. Is Central Elevator actually what I'm supposed to take? Gives you a Surveil every turn. And do you know what? 4 mana to search up our Unholy Annex might be good enough. I think it's a bit better than House Cartographer. I'm going to take the Central Elevator. I'm going to go for the Dream. So here's a Fear of Isolation, which does have a very, very high win rate, sorry. It's great in blue-black. There's also an Amalgam. a Seized from Slumber. There's another House Cartographer, but Fear of Isolation has a pretty high win rate for an uncommon. And I think it's because you can like bounce your Ritual Chamber and then replay it. So we'll take Fear of Isolation. And we are off to a good start for blue-black. What I'd love to find is like Fear of Infinity. That would be a real payoff. Or blue-red rooms and then just splash the Annex would also be fine. So Meat Lockers are a pretty high pick for us right now. Can't really remember what else blue-black wants to do. I guess removal spells are a pretty high pick for us. There's a Murder versus Scorching Dragonfire, which is excellent. Fear of Falling, which is okay, pretty decent. I think I'm going to take the Murder. Optimistic Scavenger is actually pretty excellent too. Really excellent, in fact. Wonder if I should take that. Is that better than Murder and then like splash the Annex? Like Esper. Central Elevator might not get played. Ugh, I think Optimistic Scavenger is too good not to take here. In both blue, yeah, if we do end up in like any kind of eerie deck, these are the colors we want to be in. So let's wait and see what ends up being open. So there's a Glassworks. There is a Shroud Stomper. And we could take the Shroud Stomper. Or we could take Glassworks, but then that really muddies up the waters of this draft. Could just take Seized from Slumber, it's pretty safe. But I'm going to take the Shroud Stomper. Just take the best card in the pack and see what is open. The power level of the cards that we've got is pretty high. So let's figure out what is open in Esper, and then we'll slot into that. We could just take the Fixing here over, like, there's nothing that good. I guess Appendage Amalgam is something. Flesh Borrower is decent. I'm going to take the Fixing, because I think we're going to have something worth splashing. And it just keeps us open. Yeah, I'm still trying to read this draft, I think. But we could drop the blue, we could drop the white. We wouldn't drop the black, we'd be definitely looking to splash on Holy Annex. But if we just, like, if in these last... like second half of the pack we find like Stalked Researchers and Unable to Scream or something, then we're pretty solidly going to be in blue. Now there is an Enduring Tenacity, which is pretty solid, especially with like Unholy Annex, but I think I have to take the Rite of the Moth here. I just took a Shroud Stomper. Oh, it's kind of moving away from what I really want to do. But Rite of the Moth, the Shroud Stomper into Rite of the Moth means that, unfortunately, black-white is open. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is interesting. Second Shroud Stomper is more interesting. So yeah, it looks like we are doing Reanimator again. I don't think I really want Living Foe. I also don't love either of these blue cards. I'll take the stupid bear trap. There's a goat. That's incredible. So, oh God, why does this always happen? We do a practice draft, and then we end up drafting the same deck again. Now we've got much better reanimation targets, though, and they're also castable ones. We've got the goat. Would like more discard outlets. I don't like Unwanted Remake, but I will take it. And Optimistic Scavenger. This is not really the deck for it. But it's probably still just fine. We could take the land. I'm going to take... We've got 2 Shroud Stompers, so I will take the second goat. I would have loved the land there. But the black-white shell we have here is pretty good. Yeah, this is a solid start. This is a solid start. So there's a live or die. There's a Skull Snap Nuisance for the blue-black deck. But live or die, not going to go overboard with the live or dies this time. Nashi's interesting, but we're going to take live or die. We have a couple of sack outlets. There's another reanimation spell in Valgavoth's Faithful, but there is also... We have 2 ways to reanimate. Do I want just another discard outlet? I think I would rather have the Valgavoth's Faithful here. And there's a Cynical Loner. There's also a Seized from Slumber. Fear of Lost Teeth. Cynical Loner. God, we're getting the same deck. Gonna take the Loner. And now my biggest priority is gonna be removal. Not so much that I'm gonna take a Bear Trap. I'm gonna take a second Cynical Loner here. There is a Seized from Slumber. Should I just take that? Yeah, I like Cynical Loner, but I need to survive the early game. Shroud Stomper does a great job of stabilizing, but I do need to survive the early game. I need to stand up against the aggro decks. Yeah, I think first Seize from Slumber is more important than second Cynical Loner. So we've got 2 goats and a Loner for the discard outlet. There is a Defiled Crypt here. Is that good? Is that good? Defiled Crypt makes a 2/2 every time we reanimate something. Versus just Unsettling Twins. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to take the Defiled Crypt. It doesn't seem as good, but it does seem kind of in keeping with our synergy. So we could take Spirits here or Unsettling Twins, which is good. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take the Twins over the Spirits. And another Twins versus a Terramorphic Expanse. I'll take another Twins. It's a solid card. We could take the Spectral Snatcher. Lionheart Glimmer. 5 mana, 2/5, Ward 2. Whenever you attack creatures you control, get +1/+1 and blend of turn. I don't think that's what we want for this deck. I think I take a Spectral Snatcher here, makes the deck a little bit better. Gives us another target to reanimate. I think it's a slightly better than the Flyer. And I do like the Land Cyclers for smoothing out your draws in best of one. I will take the Winter's Intervention here because we do, like, the early interaction is so important now. We have the goats, which kind of function as 3-drops as well, so our curve is not as bad as it looks. If we're doing anything, we're taking the Megalodon. But like Defiled Crypt, we open this room, and then every time we reanimate, we get an extra 2/2. It's not bad, is it? So, third twins, or first give in to violence. I like the twins. I'm going to take the give in to violence, because the twins are going pretty late, and I think the first give in to violence is pretty valuable. Wolf's Gaming Vlog. My activeness to engage with stream is so strong. Nothing to engage with, my man. I don't know what you're talking about. I have not been talking to anyone. You, my friend, are a purveyor of fake news. I don't want another bear trap. Okay, going into pack 3. And it's okay. It's okay. So, Popular Egotist is really good. Final Vengeance is great. There's an Emerge from the Cocoon. Whoever I'm talking to, well, I'm just talking to myself. I guess now I'm engaging with the stream, so you got me there. Surgical Suite reanimates something small. I guess that's not really what we want to do. Popular Egotist isn't really what we want to do either. Am I supposed to take the Emerge? Yeah, you got me. You got me. I am actually. I suppose I am interacting with stream at this very moment. 3 reanimation spells. I'm going to take the Final Vengeance. Let's make sure that we survive the early game, get to casting or reanimating our Shroud Stompers. Unidentified Hovership is a nice pickup there. Removal spell, 3-drop, helps us survive the early game. Crew 1, so basically everything can crew it. It's an artifact, so it doesn't work with the scavenger. So we just need 1 or 2 more. I mean, we need 1 more playable. I would like it to be, I don't know, a good defensive creature. Wolf's Gaming Vlog. I'm not interested, my man. Not interested in any promo right now. I stream because it's fun. It's the reward that I get for promoting the YouTube channel. That's kind of the main focus. I'm not really looking to bring in any viewers right now. I'm just trying to do the best job on stream that I can and have fun with it. I don't like Cracked Skull. Appendage Amalgam is pretty decent. Oh, I just want Seize from Slumber, and then I can cut the Bear Trap. Grand Entryway is fine. I'm pretty happy to take that here. It's a 2-drop creature. It's a good early play. It's more for the aggressive decks, but just getting a board presence and then growing our creatures I think is going to be worthwhile. I appreciate it though, man. I appreciate it. So the removal package is not looking bad. Removal package is not looking bad. I would like to maybe find a way to drop the Defiled Crypt. Oh, there's another Hover Ship. And there's a Glimmer Seeker. But I'm definitely taking the Hover Ship. And then we are cutting Unwanted Remake. Okay, sweet. I mean, our 3-drop slot looks pretty sick now. Fanatic of the Harrowing might be important. We have 2 goats. But then there's Killer's Mask. That's for the aggro decks. Fear of Immobility is okay. But I think it's more for the aggro decks as well. Yeah, okay, we'll take the Fanatic. And I'm taking the land here because we are at playables. Fear of Surveillance isn't going to make a difference. So we'll take the land, make sure that our games go nice and smooth. I'm in for Haunted Screen. I'm in for Haunted Screen over the Egotist. And I'm not in for any of these cards. Friendly Ghost is good. It's for the aggro decks though, right? I'm supposed to take Shepherding Spirit. And another Shepherding Spirit. Okay, and this is the deck. We have got the deck. Let's see if Living Phones is ever good. It might be. We actually do have quite a few hits. So we'll play the Expanse. And our land looks good, actually. Our land looks okay. We're not playing Central Elevator. Nowhere near good enough. Our removal package looks pretty damn good, if I may say so myself. We have a Live or Die. Yeah, we have Live or Die. We have 2 hover ships. Final Vengeance, Winter's Intervention. We can play the Scavenger because it's just incidentally good. This Grand Entryway as well. Yeah, like, it's just fine. I think the cards we're looking at cutting are Shepherding Spirits. Oh, we've got 2 Seized from Slumber too. Got 2 goats. But I could be casting these Shroud Stompers. I don't think I need the Fanatic of the Harrowing. The Living Phone finds a ton of stuff. It finds twins. It finds goats, faithful. That's it. So it might be worth playing because it can find a bunch of stuff. No. Forget that. Unsettling Twins also does help put stuff into the graveyard. So I like where we're at. Definitely cutting 1 Shepherding Spirits. One, 2, 3. 3 reanimation spells. I'm sure Defiled Crypt goes. And then, like, I want to reanimate my Shroud Stompers. I don't mind just ramping into them, though. Creature count's a little low. But we have these 2 hover ships. That definitely does make up for it. Am I supposed to cut the Final Vengeance? Because what am I sacking other than, like, a manifested thing? Like, Final Vengeance is just... might not be good enough. Maybe I can cut the Give Into Violence as well. We're not really a Give Into Violence deck, and Shroud Stomper will gain us a bit of life back. Okay, so this is the deck. Removal package is good. Reanimation package is there. Good stuff to reanimate. We are definitely grindy. We need to survive the early game. We need to keep hitting our land drops. White is more important than black because of our hover ships. So we have, yeah, 8/7 Neglected Mana Terramorphic Expanse. 17 lands, 2 land cyclers, but we do want to keep hitting our land drops, so I think that's okay. Yeah, okay, I'm going to run it like this. I feel slightly more confident. It's better than the last deck. And maybe we've got all of our bad land screw luck out of the way. This isn't amazing, but it is a keep. We can keep it because we have the Seize from Slumber, which is basically castable. And we have a turn 4 Rite of the Moth now, so that's pretty nice. Green, black, and they have done nothing so far. Okay. Drop this swamp, start hitting in with my 4/4. We have a removal spell, we have a couple of removal spells and a reanimate spell. So we're going fast here. Grasping Longneck. That sure as hell isn't going to cut it. But what do I want to do? Do I want to hover ship this thing? I am in for that. Also prevents them getting their death trigger on it. Okay. What is this then? An Amalgam? Flash and Amalgam is pretty bad. I think they must have a way to remove the hover ship, so I'm just going to attack. I could reanimate crew and attack for maximum value, but they did nothing, so I'm going to wait for them to use their mana. Okay. 6/5 in play, lethal on board, removal spell in hand. Okay, they're going to 2-for-1 themselves. And a dissection tools. Yeah, I think I'm going to Seize from Slumber that. Because they're so low. Final Vengeance is interesting. It was a Spine Seeker Centipede too, so that is pretty interesting. I'm going to hold this land. If they kill the goat, we can reanimate it. Not very good, but then we can crew. Okay. So this is lethal, right? It was lethal with just the goat, but why not play around something? Don't know what. 1 win secured. That was great. Deck went really fast there. Balustrade Worm was just way too late. Okay. Well, we keep the Unholy Annex hand. Cynical Loner on 2. Not too concerned with the flyer at this moment. I would rather get a Shroud Stomper into my graveyard. Okay, Bottomless Pool, bounce the 3-1. That's fine. Do need land. There's a land. I really want to just play the Unholy Annex. I'm going to go down to 14, and I've got a couple of removal spells in hand. I'm going to do it. So we can hold up the Seized from Slumber here. We can play the Cynical Loner out. Take a little bit of the pressure off. Okay. So the Cynical Loner could trade here. Yeah, it could trade here. And stop them from drawing a card. The downside is Shroud Stomper. Like, if I draw land, I can't reanimate a Shroud Stomper next turn, but I think that's fine. We're drawing a ton of cards. What is down here? Okay, missing the land drop is awkward. I'm going to go ahead and find the land. We are only going to be going down to 10. So it's really not that deep. Shroud Stomper is 6 mana, right? Glassworks the Faithful. It is 7 mana. So, yeah, we can just cast it. Haunted screen. Don't need that. Hit them for 2. Play my land. This is 5 to open. I think I would rather play the goat. Okay, they're going to manifest dread. Great sign. Exercise in the bin. Unable to scream the 6/6. But it is still a demon. Forgot about that. Forgot about the locker room. Got to remember that. They manifest a 3/3. We have a grand entryway. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Well, let's just Unsettling Twins. Don't need to remove anything just yet. Unfortunate. But fine. And then we can put a couple of counters on a couple of things. Put one on you, put one on you. Shroud Stomper on top. Let's keep that. We can just cast it. If they remove it, we can then reanimate it. Glimmer Seeker is never getting anywhere. And they open Shattered Yard. That is not going to be nearly enough. So I could just attack. That's 2 wins. Okay, 2-0. Oh, we're playing against MTG. Look at that. Oh, this is a great hand. This is an insane, pretty insane curve. It's not actually that good, but the opponent doesn't know that. Oh, Winter's Intervention is nice. Let's keep attacking. Faithful is not what we're looking for. We have a reanimation spell. I'd rather get something in the graveyard. Ardent Escort. There's a Shroud Stomper. Unfortunately, we failed to get that into the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Drying up a little bit. I am taking this block because they're probably going to kill the optimistic scavenger, and then we get an attack, probably, maybe. Best draw is a goat. Savior of the Small can reanimate that. Land is not the best draw. Six. If it's a land on top, I think I'm supposed to surveil here. Yeah, okay. So they eat this and we can hard cast a Shroud Stomper next turn. And that's gonna... yeah, okay. So I didn't need to do that, but I really thought it was important to try and make sure there was an untapped land next turn. Okay. Shroud Stomper, do your thing. We go land, Shroud Stomp. Oh, fuck, that's so good. Balls. I don't like the position we are in, but it's not... it could be worse. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11. Oh man, so I have to block... I have to block this. Or they can just go for lethal. Right? I'd be taking 6, 7, 8. And then the goat goes to 11. Oh, that is not good. Yeah, they had that no matter what. Yeah, they had the trapped in the screen to our Shroud Stomper. Okay, fine. Is what it is. We just flooded out a little bit. So this is a mulligan. This is a key. And I think Final Vengeance is going back because we don't have anything to sack. Hover ship's a nice draw. Okay, Shroud Stomper in the bin. Haunted Screen in play. Live or die next turn. Very good. MBS. A second MBS. I've got to go for the block here. They might have a combat trick. Like a turn inside out or something, but I still think I'm going for the block. Now there is an Unholy Annex. That is interesting. But I think I'm going to hold up Seized from Slumber for this turn. Or I could just Annex. We're not taking that much damage. I could just make a 6/6. I think I am going to play the Annex. Our life total is really nice and high. I want to put another Shroud Stomper down there. That's the question. Would I rather reanimate something else? There is one Shroud Stomper down there. And we can hardcast it now, so I'm happy to draw it. Boba. Dome me for 4. And another 3. This is 5 mana. We'll leave 2 up. Or Seized from Slumber. Yeah, let's look for... I think Unsettling Twins. We can chuck one of those. Pass the turn. We drain for 2. We have Siege from Slumber up. We win the game. Sweet. One more loss and we're out. One more win and we get a few gems back, which will be nice. Deck feels good. I'm feeling good. Unholy Annex is busted. I need a better title, man. Initiate is so lame. Going first. Not a very good hand. But we will keep it. if they're aggressive, then we have a pretty good hand to sort of take the wind out of their sails. Okay, we're playing control magic. Truly playing control magic, reanimating a Spectral Snatcher next turn. Okay. It's going to be a fight of big spells. We do have a handful of removal. They probably do too, but Spectral Snatcher is actually pretty good in the face of a bunch of removal. Do I care about this? Sack a land, draw a card, 5/3. Guess I kind of do. They're up on cards. Okay, Enduring Courage. That actually does exile something. It's +2/+0 and haste until end of turn. So I guess we're blocking. They're definitely the more aggressive deck. So let's just hold up Seized from Slumber. Beastie. It attacks. We destroy it. They manifest. They still have a lot of cards. We Shroud Stomp. We take that double block. If the Shroud Stomper dies, we can reanimate it, which is pretty sick. We have 2 removal spells in hand, feeling pretty good. Yep, we'll take this block because we have Rite of the Moth. Let me just bring it back. I guess I'm crewing here because we can still hold up Seas from Slumber. I do wish we could pay more mana for this or something. Beastie. Beastie is big. I'm going to kill that. 7 is huge. They have had a good few turns. Optimistic Scavenger. I think you can go. You're not really doing much. And if we get their life total low enough, then... Oh, it was a rip as well. That's sick. Yeah, we get their life total low enough, we can put so much pressure on. And they can't really attack us. We're at 26. Haunted Screen can be a creature next turn, so lethal a couple of different ways. Love to see that. What can you do with 3 mana? Friendly Teddy. Make a 1/1. Sweet. Okay, alright, well that's 2,000 gems, my guys. That makes the sting of defeat much, much softer. Because we spent 5,000 gems to enter. We have already won back 2,000 gems. Let's see if we can make our money back. Yeah, this is definitely a good enough hand on the play. Good aggressive hand. Fear of Surveillance maybe dig us through to our pieces. We do have a piece of removal. Shroud Stomper, obviously not amazing, but we might just get to hard casting it. That is a flesh borrower of flesh. I'm very much in for just attacking because they're going to trade with the optimistic scavenger. Which we know isn't actually even that good in our deck. Might have kept a plains on top, but I'm definitely not keeping a swamp. I'm definitely just attacking with both again. Plains. I do want the second plains, but I also want to draw stuff to do. Okay. Paranormal Annex. So we've got to just exile that. And then we've got to draw playables. We're way down on cards. It's a bit of a problem. Okay, they're thinking. I think like Unsettling Twins probably be the best thing we could draw. Okay. Yeah, Twins would be really nice here. Oh, there it is. Ain't that something? So land means we can flip up Shroud Stomper and attack. Which means all of our draws are good. Spells are good. And land is also fine. I guess tapped land is the only bad draw. And there's 2 of those in the deck. That's a mighty good card. Are they going to counter it? They have all this mana up. It's very concerning. But then what? I like pass do nothing. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was very likely they had a counterspell there, but all we need is a land off the top and we can start Shroud Stomping. Onslaught is very, very good. Don't know if we can beat that. But this might be all she wrote, guys. Counterspell into Valgavoth's Onslaught might just be insurmountable. They have just got lethal. Yeah. Ugh. Block, chump. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we lost this one. It was close, though. I couldn't play around that counterspell, right? We would have lost the next turn to the Onslaught. Maybe if I'd have had some better earlier plays, we could have drawn the counterspell out a little bit earlier. But still, don't know how we ever would have beaten a big Onslaught. Looks like they might have a fight spell. Yeah, that's 7 in the air. Yeah, it is just lethal. Like, there's no way we're surviving this. Down to 1. Good game, opponent. Good game. You take the box. Okay. Well, not so bad. We went 4-2. We got 2,000 of our gems back, which means it only cost us a measly 3,000 gems for that attempt, but no complaints, no complaints. We had good fun along the way, and that was a fun deck to pilot, so I ain't complaining. Anyway, that is going to be it for this stream. I'm going to wrap it up. Short little 2-hour stream, but we did a Prem draft. We very, very swiftly 0-3'd, and then we jumped into the Arena Direct to try and win a box, and the deck was good. The possibility was there that we could have won a box there. Instead, we went 4-2, which means we got some of our cash back, and that's that. But we had fun, and that's what matters. I'm going to wrap up the stream, but have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.